Hi everyone! I don't know why, but YesStyle has decided that I just am gonna get only skincare boxes from now on instead of makeup. Mildly irritated, but here I am. I'm gonna talk about the skincare they sent me. And I literally, the day I'm sitting down to film this, I got another email that I'm getting sent another skincare box, this time focused around probiotics. So I don't know how helpful these are for you guys. Not many people watch them, which is completely fine because I can't even say I'm that enthused. It's fine, I guess. I have very dry skin and right now it is going into winter where I live. Finally. But now it's really cold, so my skin is really dry, and so now I am just like, ugh, my skin, especially around my eyes, my skin just gets so painfully dry. My hands just like crinkle up and look 50 years old because of how dry it is, and during the winter it really just becomes hydrate, or else my skin gets itchy, it gets flaky, my fine lines can become very apparent as my skin becomes more and more dry. So during the winter my biggest skincare concern is just hydration. So this was supposedly a winter themed dry skincare routine kind of theme box. Again, I do, if you want to shop through YesStyle for anything, whether it's these products or other products in general, I do have a code that saves you a little bit of extra coin, and any commission goes right back into supporting my channel so that I can buy the makeup off of YesStyle that I wish they would send me. I'm sad, I want makeup. I didn't use, or used only once or twice, 2 of the products in this video. So make of that what you will. But I'm going to go over each one. I'm going to talk about the price, I'll talk about the description, I'll talk about the product's claims, and then I'll talk about my experience using the product. And I'm just going to go in the same order I did last time, kind of in order of routine, vaguely, kind of like that. So we'll just go from there. And I will have I'll move aside so that I can put up a screenshot of the product on YesStyle so you guys can see it, see the name, and if you want it you can search for it that way. So the first product is going to be the B-Lab Cica Barrier 5.5 Gel Cleanser. It does say at the time I'm filming this that this item is no longer available. So I don't know why they sent this to me if you can't even get it anymore. So unfortunately I did not, this box arrived while I was out of town. This is what the packaging looks like. It's gonna look like this nice pretty tube. It looks completely different than the link that they sent me, which makes me wonder if there was a packaging renewal because this very conspicuously says 2 right here. I don't have B-roll this time because I am literally filming right up against the deadline and I just so busy. I have had so many things to do ever since I got back, and I may make a chatty get ready with me to complain about it. I'm not sure yet. Let me know if you want to hear me complain. I don't know. But in the meantime, so I'm sorry there's no B-roll, but it comes out in a gel consistency, and as you rub it, it becomes foam. So it's a foaming cleanser, but instead of having a more liquid consistency, or instead of coming out as foam, it comes out more as like a gel, and it stays solid. Like you put it in your finger and it will actually stay solid and jello-y, like it's a more thick gel, and as you rub it slowly in your wet hands and rub it into your face, it foams up really nicely. So I think it's okay. Just so you guys know, my holy grail cleanser that I will always use forever and ever is the Clinique Gentle Foaming Cleanser. It is just so ultra gentle. I love it to pieces. It never dries out my skin. In fact, you could almost use it and wonder if it's not cleaning your skin because of how gentle it is on your skin. But it is cleaning your skin. So this is ever so slightly more stripping than that one is, personally for me. It's just like 10% drying to my skin. It's not enough to bother me, but it is enough that given the option, I'm probably not going to use this during the winter. However, I could actually see this working really well for me during the summer, especially when it's like heat wave season and I'm keeping my house at 84 so I don't destroy my AC, and I could see myself needing to use something like this that's a little more heavy duty at the end of the day because my skin is going to be covered in sweat and grime and oil. So I am probably not going to use this during the winter, but I will say it is a nice product. If I could see the price, I could have a better judgment call for it. But if it's in like the 10 to 15 mark, I would say it's absolutely worth trying as long as your skin isn't as dry as mine. I thought it was fine. It was nice. So make of that what you will. That was not helpful. Next is going to be the I'm From Fig Scrub Mask. This is basically like a physical exfoliator. If I take off the stopper, here's what it looks like. It honestly reminds me of those kinds of black sugar lip scrub kind of situations, but for your whole face. It smells vaguely like fig, but it's super weak. so the fragrance is really not anything to write home about. I actually have not used this once because it is winter. My skin is way too dry for these kinds of physical exfoliators right now. I'm sorry. I have used products similar to this during the summer. I do really like it during the summer, especially if I wear a lot of sunscreen or if I'm really sweaty and just covered in like sweat and dirt and whatever, then like this is really helpful because I feel like this kind of really cleans out everything. But during the winter, no, I don't use stuff like this during the winter. My favorite exfoliator is still the old school, the Secret Key Lemon exfoliator. I've been using that for years. That's my primary exfoliator. I probably will continue to use it for the years to come because I've just never stumbled across a better alternative that's not like a BHA or something, you know? Like that's the best physical exfoliator that I have in my collection. This is just going to be too harsh for me, so I have not used it yet. I feel like if they had sent this to me during the summer, I would have loved it. And I have to say, for $32, yes, this is a very big, you get 120 grams, but $32. The Secret Key one is literally like between $8 and $11 depending on where and when you get it from. Okay, you guys, and that tube is also like gargantuan, so I would recommend you just get that instead of this. So yeah, I'm sorry I'm not that helpful, but this is not dry skin friendly right now. No. We are going to push it away to the side. It is not for me, so I'm not going to be using it until next spring. Okay, so at the time I'm filming this product right here is actually half off. It's from 30 to 15. I don't know if that's a perma YesStyle sale, because you know YesStyle is like everything on YesStyle is forever on sale, right? So I don't know if that's permanent or if it's legitimately just a limited time special. So if while I'm filming this you guys want to go check it out, see if it's still half off, definitely worth seeing if you're like watching this like on the day it's uploaded. So I'll screenshot what I'm seeing here. It's called the ROVECTIN Skin Essentials Barrier Repair Face Oil. I'm actually going to go ahead and give this to my sister because she's been having some real issues with her moisture barrier. She has oily skin, but her skin is still somehow very dehydrated. I used this a couple times. I will say, first of all, it kind of had like, it's not a repulsive smell, but it smells medical. It definitely, it smells like it smells clinical. Kind of, you know, it has that smell to it. It's not bad, but it's just worth noting. It is a dropper applicator, so you can like, you know, drop it in and out. Yay, congratulations. I used this like twice and I thought it was fine. It didn't break me out. I don't feel like it did anything because I don't usually have moisture barrier issues, so not really useful for me and I can't make a judgment call on it, but I'm not going to use this anyways, even if I wanted to, because I don't do face oils. I have sensory issues with oils. I have said this before, and this is why I never could use the Ritual Diffie Thorn oil despite really wanting to, because it is a legitimately good primer and I so badly want to love it. I can't do anything that's super oily for skincare or makeup. It just makes me feel so disgusting. I just like, it just makes my sensory feedback systems just go completely haywire. I literally feel like I'm going to scream. That and like snoring. I can't handle those two sensations. Just completely set me off. I feel like I'm going to explode. Like there's just smoke coming out of my ears. So unfortunately I can't use this. It is just too oily for me. I can't. I just can't. Sensory problems. People with ADHD sometimes have them. And it's just, I just have to work with it. So I'm not going to be able to use this, but if you're interested in it, it didn't break me out. It says it has some oils, vitamin E, squalene, plum seed extract. So it's mostly for hydration, anti-inflammatory, so it's very, very soothing. And it also says that this product has no artificial fragrances, no alcohol, stuff like that. So if you're into products like that, then this might be a good one to try. It seems very stripped down, very basic, and very no frills. So if you're looking for really, really gentle, hydrating face oils, I do think this would be a good option for you, just looking at the ingredients list. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along to my sister. I think she'll really enjoy this. And then just because it's my luck, I got sent 2 oily things, which I'm just like, why? But I will say that this product, the Dr. CEURACLE Royal Vita Propolis Ampoule, it is borderline, it kind of feels like a borderline right in the middle of the spectrum between serum and oil. It's like right smack dab in the middle, so it's right at the border where I can tolerate it. So I do use this happily, and I actually do really, really like it. It says it's got a honey-like texture, rich nutrients, super, super, super like moisturizing, vitamin tree extract, royal jelly extract, and it says it is suitable for sensitive skin. Obviously, I don't have sensitive skin, so I can't answer to that. It is $26, as you will see in the screenshot, so I wouldn't say that's cheap, but for skincare, it's also not like the worst you've ever come across. Like, I would say when you're talking ampoules, serums, and essences, I tend to commonly expect things to be between like $20 and $50 is kind of like a general price range for what I personally will accept for serums and essences and ampules. I know some people are different, but generally speaking they do tend to be kind of on the pricier end of things. 26 is like not horribly offensive. 15 milliliters, that's all you get, so very, very expensive per mil. But I literally I put enough that goes from like half of my first joint. That's all I use. You don't even need the full dropper. Like, you see how much that comes out of the dropper here? I probably use like 2 to 3 drops for my whole face each night. So this will last you a really long time, and that is really great about this. So even though it's this teeny tiny little jar and it feels like such a ripoff, you only need the teeniest little bit. It is so intensely hydrating and it spreads really readily across your entire face. Trust me, do not use too much of this or you're gonna feel kind of greasy. So I do really like this product, but less is more. So if you're having issues with really dehydrated skin, I actually would highly recommend this. I feel like my skin has been a lot less dry when I wake up in the morning ever since I started integrating this into my routine. So during the summer, I was waxing eloquence about the Beauty of JOSEON, the calming Cica serum, the green one. I was talking about how much I like that one. I did end up finishing it about 3 weeks ago, but I haven't repurchased it yet just because it is not hydrating enough for me during the winter. And one of the comments under a video where I was talking about it did mention how they didn't find it to be hydrating enough, and I do agree it is gonna not be hydrating enough for me during the winter. So I'm gonna repurchase it next spring, and it's gonna be it is just the perfect summer hydration for me because summer is so humid. But during the winter, I'm definitely gonna make this my new go-to. I do expect myself to finish this, so I did really like this and I will continue to use this. And speaking of Beauty of JOSEON, I've got another thing from this brand. I so far have had nothing but hits from this brand. I love their sunscreen, and this that I got from them for this winter box is called the Dynasty Cream. It comes in, it's also, the packaging is super clean, sleek, minimal. It does feel kind of weighty. You could throw this at somebody and cause some damage. And when you open it up, there is a stopper that has kind of stuck to the lid, and you can see the inside is just this white lotion. And it has absolutely no smell whatsoever. This kind of has a watery, kind of think Laneige water bank is kind of what it first reminds me of, but it's more hydrating than the water bank was, which is why I don't use water bank anymore. It is really, really nice. I will say I have 3 moisturizers I go between. I have the YesStyle Essential Firming Cream, which is kind of like my daytime moisturizer, and it's my nighttime moisturizer during the summer. I have the YesStyle Overnight Sleeping Mask, which is my nighttime moisturizer during the winter. It is so intensely hydrating. This is kind of between those two, so it's going to be more hydrating than the Essential Firming Cream, but it's obviously not as hydrating as my Overnight Sleeping Mask. Unlike either of those two, which are far more of just like traditional creams, this one kind of has that watery gel kind of lean towards it, so that makes it really pleasant to apply. It feels kind of cooling. It's really, really nice, spreads out easily in my hands. You don't need very much either, so again, this big pot, 50 grams, this will last you quite a while. So I have a lot of moisturizers, so I don't know when I'm going to finish this, but I do really like it, so I'm going to hold on to this and keep on using this. It'll probably just enter a rotation. Now, the website, the description on YesStyle is honestly pretty light in description. It just says enriched with Korean ginseng and orchid, helps to improve wrinkles while moisturizing and brightening skin. So it does seem to me it's kind of like any other Beauty of JOSEON product. It's very basic, it's very no frills, there's nothing super specialized about it, and so as a result it just works. Like, it's just your basic workhorse product suitable for all skin types with nothing terribly intense in the ingredients, so it's very kind of soothing and very easy, but it's also probably not gonna make dramatic magical changes in your skin either. It's just nice, solid, easy product. So if you're looking for a moisturizer like that, then I think you would enjoy it. It is, at this time I'm filming, it is $16.80. It says YesStyle claims that the full price is $24. We all know YesStyle loves to mark up prices to mark them back down with a perma sale, so I don't know how close to the real price $16.80 is. So if you did want to try it, I would say go on ahead and try it. I think the worst case scenario is it does nothing for you because it truly is just so basic, which can be a very good thing for some people. So I do like it. So overall, I'm going to say these two products I'm going to keep in my collection and use. This I will likely finish. I don't know if I'll repurchase it because who knows how much skincare I'm going to be swamped in from YesStyle by then, but I will finish this. This is a great winter, and this I will just keep in my rotation. This will probably enter my summer rotation. I used it for about 2.5 weeks to get a good judgment call on this, and then I think I will give it a break and it will be used starting next spring when it gets hot again. It's just too much for me during the winter, but again, I literally have what feels like the world's driest skin. And then these two products are going to kind of be the duds for me. This one really is only because of my sensory problems, and then this one is just because I don't think dry skin should be using facial scrubs during the winter, you guys. So again, I will be testing this out come spring, summer. So that's, I think overall, that's a really great box. I usually end up with a distribution like this. I get 5 products and I usually end up liking 2, really liking one of them, and then the other 3 are anywhere between never use again to okay. So it's a pretty solid kind of average distribution bell curve of products, so nothing out of the norm here. I thank you YesStyle for sending me these, I guess. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you guys want to use my discount code, I will have it right here, and it's in the description box too, along with all my other codes. You're always free to use them or not. And that'll be it from me. I'm going to sign off, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know how helpful it was. I'm sorry. And if you have any questions about skincare, you can always ask me. I'm not really like a skincare guru or anything, but if you have like really dry skin, then let us be kindred spirits and talk about skincare in the comments. I'm always open to chat. So in the meantime, I'm going to sign off. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!